Welcome back to the number one TikTok shop social commerce podcast in the world. Maybe.
Probably.
Secrets to scaling your e-commerce brand. This is where I sit down with experts in the e-commerce, D2C, and social commerce space. And today I have, I believe, third-time guest, Bora. I'm not even going to try and say your last name because every single time I do, I mess up. From Reacher. Bora, welcome back to the pod. I'm not going to start with your dad working for Steve Jobs and some of the insane things like when he threw an apple at his head or something like that. I'm not going to start with those stories today.
Changing it up.
Bora, we are at the end of 2025 and we have some freaking wild stuff that we are going to talk about when it comes to social commerce today. First of all, for people who don't know anything about you or anything about Reacher, just give us a little overview of who you are and what you guys do.
Yeah, really quickly. My name is Bora, proud third time member of the podcast, or attendee, I should say. And I am the co-founder of Reacher, the number one TikTok shop affiliate app for people selling a TikTok shop in the UK and number two in the US. And yeah, we just help you if you're a brand or an agency trying to sell on TikTok shop and work with creators and creator collaborations. We help automate a lot of that process. That's essentially
what do we have to do to make you number one in the US? Like seriously, and where are my shares? You know, that's what I want to know too. You know, I've been thinking about this actually. I'm like, since you guys got into Y Combinator, just so everyone knows, I've been an advisor for quite a while. I've had 3 exits this year from advisory clients. And you know what? Yes, thank you. Flowers. And one of them was a really big one. And we had verbal shares, and then it didn't go through.
Yeah.
Just saying. If you have that exit, and I am not on officially on the cap table, if Bora's dead, you all know where it happened. Okay.
Oh man, I love the call out on the podcast. But yeah, what were the 2 questions again? The shares and the what?
Why are you number 2 in the US? I don't even understand. I feel like as far as like the actual product is concerned, I think that it's that you were a little bit late to the market, but like as far as the actual product of Reacher, and this is not some big Reacher promo, guys, but you should go use Reacher and make them number 1. The product is objectively better. Like and I'm not going to talk about the alternative because they're great guys. But like they're not as good at guys as you guys. They also I think even like pre Y Combinator Reacher and post, you guys are on a new plane, man. Like even from like pre Jordan till now, you guys are there is a new wild level that you guys are at. And yeah, let's just go into that for a second, because people listening to this are probably like, okay, well, Y Combinator? Like, what's the big deal? Walk me through what that was like being in Y Combinator, the like immersive experience, and getting to rub elbows with those people. It must have been wild.
Yeah, Y Combinator is insane in terms of how hard you push yourself. You could probably, if anybody's watched stories of the Navy SEALs, right, and their training, feels like that, but for tech companies essentially, because you go to SF, which is the belly of the beast in terms of AI and all the tech that's coming out in the future of all tech, right? You have like Waymos driving everywhere. You have like flying billboards, like, you know, going over the stadiums. And it's just all the smartest minds.
Wait, sorry, there's actually flying billboards?
Yeah, I'll send it to you afterwards. There was a flying billboard that they just got FAA approval for, and it was flying. I saw it from my house in Santa Clara. It's just flying around a stadium. I'll send you the link. It's insane.
Wow.
It's like a billboard that's just flying. So like all the latest and greatest in tech is there. And yeah, I would highly recommend applying and trying to get in for anybody that can, because it changes your mindset on life and business. Similar to like how you know, when you're mentoring us and you give us all your business insights, it's like that. But then you're surrounded by
okay. Let's be clear. I didn't give you all my business insights. Okay. You have not yet scraped the barrel that's in here, okay?
It's like a million Jordan Wests at once, just like giving you all the business insights at the same time. Jordan West is a brilliant businessman. So that and the tech prowess that's there, and just the people like 16-year-old dropouts from high school that are like getting funded $10 million, right? it's just the energy is insane. It makes you work really hard, and I highly recommend it.
So this just does bring up a very interesting point that I want everyone listening to understand. You raising your internal lid and your paradigm shifts. I think that the people. It's funny. I sat down with this like 86-year-old businessman yesterday who just happens to be in the city that I live in, and he's been through like lots of cycles. He's been CEO of multiple publicly traded companies up here in Canada, and I could tell almost immediately that I could talk to him about like all of the crazy stuff, because you're just like, yeah, you've gone through all of this, and I'm talking about like aliens and stuff, stuff like that, where you're just like you understand the amount of massive paradigm shifts that I wish if I were to make this into like a Naval style Twitter post, it would be like, basically I'm thinking of like how few words. It's like paradigm shifts equal number of paradigm shifts equal amount of success, outward success that you will have. Right. And even inward success, because who really gives a shit, right, about the outward stuff? Like that's like you will hit a point soon, Bora, where you're like, okay, it's all actually about this now, right? So
when is that gonna happen?
oh, very, very soon. Very soon. You'll have an exit, you'll have something, and you'll be like, oh crap. It wasn't about making millions of dollars. Oh no. Okay. All right. What's next? Right. Where like, and then you realize like, okay, it's the next thing. It's the next thing. It's the next thing. And like really, and you'll get there. You'll be there so soon that it's crazy. Where are we right now? What are we on here? Social commerce.
Social commerce.
Y Combinator. Yes. So what did that do for your product specifically and for your team? I mean, I'd love to know, like, what can the audience right now sort of gather from that and bring into their own companies? There's a lot of brands listening to this, agencies, lots of SaaS that listen to this. What can they take from what you guys did in Y Combinator and kind of bottle up that lightning?
So I'll focus on the team part, because I think that was really a big unlock for us very recently out of Y Combinator. All the partners at Y Combinator, all the successful businessmen and founders that just, raised millions of dollars and have, crazy company valuations and make millions and millions, they're billions a year. They all say it's all about hiring really good people, and then the 80-20, right? Because no one's going to do your business as good as you can yourself. We all know this. But like all the founders say that at Y Combinator. Dan Martell, your friend, says that as well.
I wish he was my friend.
Well, soon to be
my
friend.
neighbor.
Yeah. Neighbor, soon to be friend. It's really about finding A players, and only having A players on the team. Finding them and retaining them has been a game changer for us. And the one thing that helped us do that a lot is this concept of hiring fast and firing fast, and just kind of being very, I don't want to say cutthroat, but kind of like brutal with it. Like, it's not easy hiring people and firing them. Is like that emotional connection you make, but it's really just being very analytical and data driven and saying, okay, I hire this person, or I give them like a 1-month trial project or something, and I pay them for it, just so there's no resentment or ill will, right? And then really quickly, you can tell if someone is really good. If you're like a founder, you can very quickly tell that someone is really good or not. They're like coming to you and they're.
It takes 1 week. That's it.
Yeah.
To me, it's 1 week. Like we talked about this when I was first advising you guys, like with salespeople. I remember it was like, dude, you think he's going to change? Get a grip. You got to get rid of him, right? Like it's like people, whatever they show in their first week, that's who they are.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a great point. It's usually on average for us is a 1 week turnaround, where we give them a project. Within 1 week, we know already if they're gonna make it or not. And to your point, at the scale that we operate at like a smaller company, startup company, you don't have time or money to spend into training people up. So right away, if they're not what you're looking for, just get rid of them and find someone else, right? It's just the one thing that we're still working on right now is the interview process. I think one thing I've been doing recently that's been helping a lot is actually calling up the ex-bosses of that person, like asking them for their phone numbers and calling them and just really asking them a ton of questions, because people will always give you what you want to hear and try to make themselves sound as good as possible. So what I do is I interview them first, get all that information, and then I go back to the boss or the people they worked with before, and I ask them open-ended questions around, and I analyze their answers versus the answers that the person gave me. And then I have another interview and dig into those and put them on the spot and make them feel friction. And usually when you give someone a lot of friction on an interview, then you know who they truly are and how they handle that situation. So that's been working really well.
Shifting to social commerce here, what actually changed this year that you guys saw on TikTok Shop and even like the broader social commerce landscape? Now, you guys see a lot of data, right, at Reacher, like across UK, US. What changed comparatively to 2024? Which changes were overhyped? And then which ones were underreported, like as far as you're concerned?
Oh, overhyped. I got to start taking notes on your questions on call. So these are great questions. Okay, so overhyped changes, overhyped and underreported.
These are future, by the way, future X posts. Use these as future X posts.
100%, 100%. That's why I need to take notes. Okay, so the changes that were overhyped this past year and talking a little bit to next year as well, I think is AI content specifically. So AI content not came out, but was really utilized a lot earlier this year to some great success in both the US and UK TikTok Shop markets. You saw these accounts that were just kind of like AI content farms that were just creating AI content and posting videos of products and just posting like hundreds of videos. Actually,
were these AI content creators? Like, is that the thing that was working, or was it just more using AI to like just pump out tons of like faceless content?
Yeah, using AI to pump out tons of faceless content and just saying right. That was what we saw a lot of earlier this year, and
it was working, correct?
And it worked wonders in terms of getting sales. It worked a lot in terms of people just buying from those videos. And both the US and UK TikTok Shop leadership saw this, and they let it slide for a little bit and they analyzed it. And then what they decided after some time was like, it's really dirtying the feeling of TikTok, the platform, just having all these like faceless videos. Right?
Yes. Sorry, I'm going to let you talk, and then I am going to rant as well because we got rant upon rant here. Yes, please.
It hits home, this AI content. I'll close it out very quickly though. So even though it worked in getting sales, it really cheapened the feeling of the TikTok platform. So what they did is they dialed it back, and now it's like now you don't really see much AI content. They're like really hiding it, really regulating it. And they apparently are planning on regulating it and hiding it on TikTok Shop specifically for the near future. I don't know when they're going to change that mindset, but I think it's
Where did you hear this from? Was this public, or is this more of like a closed door?
Insider information. Yeah. I can't say where I heard it from.
Guys, please don't share this around. Literally share this with all your friends.
Share it to everybody. I'm not going to say everything, but it's just like what's happening. And then there's going to be some tweaking of AI regulations and rules in the future, depending on the content that comes out from AI. Like now we see AI movies coming out. Once the content gets to that level, if it's like real AI creators that are making really good content with AI, I think then we're going to see a shift of AI content coming back. I just don't know when exactly that's going to be, but sometime maybe next year or the year after. I think.
Okay, I'll take the other side.
Okay,
fine, Bora. I'll take the other side. I totally disagree. I don't think that TikTok. I don't think that humans want AI content. I don't think that I don't think that that's why people go to social media platforms. My guess here, if you guys are listening to this, you'll see I've got a pen in my hand and I'm wagging my finger all over the place here because I'm so passionate about this. And I would go all in on this bet that humans don't, I'm going to stab my coffee cup here, that they don't want AI content, that they do not want to connect with AIs, right, on social media. That's not why we go to social media. And I will bet you that the data was coming back from TikTok, and TikTok was saying, oh, interesting, people's time on platform is going down. Huh. Why is their time on platform going down? They probably don't care nearly about that as much as they just do the data. I will tell you why. The reason why people's time on platform was going down is because humans want human connection. That's what they go to social media for. Now, it's funny because I've been making videos that's why I was like a minute late to this. I've been making YouTube videos for my local city that I live in, Penticton, and which is hilarious. This is like a little 40,000 person city, but it's really fun and I love doing it. And one of the things, because I feel like I can actually make a massive difference. And I was talking about this, like trying to actually have a full out smartphone ban for kids under 18 in the city, because these kids are coming out, like, like you're one of the like lucky ones from Gen Z who actually like look someone in the eye and have a conversation. That is not the majority of your cohort, right? Like the majority of your cohort freaking sucks, right? And it's not their fault. They were raised on the teat of the smartphone, right? So now you're going to go ahead and take that to the next level, which is AI on. So we're not just interacting with humans now and watching their stuff. That's why people love TikTok, because they're like, oh, this is real human content. If we put AI into that, come on. Like that is not what we inherently want. We're going there to get some sort of connection with other humans, right? Like that to me is just, it's too far. And if so, we're going to have an even bigger problem than we already do with the lack of babies being born. Right? Like we're just going to continue. We might as well just throw our VR glasses on and then start to somehow manufacture humans, because they're not going to exist if we go down this rabbit hole. That is what I believe.
Well, good thing we have people like you, Jordan, that are, you're contributing to the more babies being born. Like what is your ratio? Like 5-2 or something now? 4?
Well, I'm not Elon level yet. Okay. Well, but I'll tell you, I can go like I can help. I can help. Okay.
Yeah, you can help me. Let me kind of,
with my family, everyone, with my family.
Of course. Yeah. Beautiful family, beautiful kids. I've seen them all on Twitter and LinkedIn, I think. But let me ask you something. So you disagree now. What if I ask you, what about when the AI content is unrecognizable, like indiscernible from real human made content? Now I'm seeing some AI is getting really good, where I'm even getting tricked, and I see it on Instagram. I think people like my parents and maybe my grandparents are actually seeing AI content that they believe is real human-made content.
Have you seen all the Jake Paul stuff? The Jake Paul Sora stuff? Wild.
Yeah, wild stuff. We have the watermark there still, but even that eventually,
I was fooled by it the other day. Somebody had taken the watermark off of it, and I was like, it was before I'd seen the proliferation of it, and I was like, yeah, Jake Paul was in like a small town like near us in Chilliwack. I'm like, what was he doing there? I went and Googled it, and I was like, I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh.
The hashtag AI.
Sora. Okay.
Yeah. So my counter to that would be, I think I agree with you that we always want human connection. I just fear that at some point, we're not going to be able to tell what's human or not. And like, there's a lot of industries, like there's like an AI girlfriend industry that's pretty big. And like at some point, a bunch of men, and to your point with the baby problem, a lot of men are going to be talking to these AI bots that are acting like women, and they're not going to be able to tell the difference between real human women or not. So I don't know, like it's scary. I don't know the answer to that, but I think at some point it might become indiscernible from human contact potentially.
I mean, think about what we're doing. So in general, we are going to put, Australia's already put one in, right? That no social media for kids 16 and under. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Now we're going to put AI on top of that, AI content on top of that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's something, I think something's going to have to change in the world for us to be okay with it. I don't like the idea of there being AI influencers. I don't love the concept. And I know I'm probably sounding like an old person right now, but like, I don't think that that's going to make the world a better place. I really don't. It's actually funny. I was recording another podcast with my team at Social Commerce Club today. We're starting, by the way, everyone, starting a new podcast called the Social Commerce Club Podcast. Go check it out. I'll probably put the first couple episodes on this channel as well, so you can check it out. But we were talking about this, and he brought up the Jeff Goldblum quote from Jurassic Park. And it's just because he's talking about the dinosaurs, right? It's like, just because we can build them, nobody asked if we should.
Right.
It's like, yeah, totally. We can do all this stuff. Like, same thing. Like, we can obliterate the entire world with nukes. Doesn't mean we should. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Just because we have the power doesn't mean that we should do that. It's not, who is it good for? It's not even good for the AI companies right now. They're losing like billions of dollars generating this. And I understand they'll get to a place where it's cheap enough, but like, I don't know. That's where, I don't know. That's where I'm at. Anything else before we move on?
No, I think you're right. I think regulation's gonna have to come in, and there's gonna have to be regulation to kind of prevent this from all crumbling down. I mean, my one TikTok that ever went viral, I posted it recently, and it was a Waymo that was stuck near my house, and it went viral. And people, it went viral because everybody's commenting about how they hate AI. So I think to your point, there's like definitely a lot of regulation and negative sentiment towards AI right now. So human connection, yeah, I think there's gonna have to be regulation. But I wanted to also mention to the other point of your question that's not AI, what is something that I've seen in social commerce that people are underestimating? And if can I still answer that one?
Please,
Okay.
please, Bora, can you answer it? You can fight back to me, okay, Bora?
I asked for permission just to make sure I'm going with the flow of the session. But the thing I've noticed is over time, since early last year till now, and probably moving forward, the conversion rate of messaging, direct messages, and target collaborations on the TikTok Shop platform to creators has been decreasing linearly. Early last year, the conversion rate that which means when you send a message, someone's replying and submitting a sample request. They want a product for free to make a video, right?
Yeah, and I'm assuming you have millions of data points.
Yeah, we have like a lot, like hundreds of millions of data points because we've been operating since the beginning last year. So with all of our data points and all of TikTok's data points, the conversion rate has been going down overall across the platform from about I think it's gone out like 1.5%, which is a lot. So now it's like about 3.4% average conversion rate. Like if you send 100 messages, like 3.4 of them are going to be converting into a sample request, for example, which is pretty bad. So
And what was it at the beginning?
it was about 5.5, I think, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. So it's gone down like almost 50%.
yeah, a lot, which is a
Holy
lot
cow.
when you're talking
That's
about
a really
that.
big deal.
Yeah, when you're talking about that scale, right? So, and I think a lot of brands and agencies have been recognizing this. Like, they're still reaching out at scale, and like, you really do need scale to get some responses. But now it's like a paradigm shift of how can we, instead of reaching out to all these creators that just exist on the platform, the ones that do respond, either how do we like retain them, if they're already good and we just happen to get a response, luckily, or if they're like an up and coming creator, how do we work with them to train them up and keep them loyal to our brand or our agency, and just not have to rely on this like super low conversion rate, mass outreach situation, which we've been talking about a lot. But like now we have data and numbers backing the reason to shift to like more of a training or creator community or like more loyalty building program for each brand and agency, and that's something I've noticed moving forward. I'd like to know what you think about that too.
Why do you think that this is happening? Why do you think that that people getting the samples is so much less than it was before? What are there some mechanisms that TikTok has introduced? Are there just more brands that are willing to give out samples? Are brands putting too many stipulations in front of creators? Do creators have too much choice? Or
Yeah.
do you just or here's a funny one for everyone. Do you just work with crappy brands that nobody wants?
Yeah,
And
that's
those
why.
are the data points that you have?
That's exactly why I only work with Chinese dropshippers from China that are like ripping off every single product. No, I'm kidding. So the reason
I
I think
love talking with Bora. I just want to let everyone know I love talking with Bora.
little jabs left and right, I'll take them.
Yeah.
I'll play them. So the reason there's definitely one reason is because TikTok is putting in these like regulations and things and like making it harder for a cold start brand to work, which is normal. If you join any hype or brand or company as they're starting, they're gonna make it easy and then get harder and harder as you go, right?
Yeah.
So that's normal. The other thing is that there's just so many brands.
Sorry, I disagree. I
You
disagree with that.
Okay.
I disagree with that. I don't think that it's the platform. I think that it's capitalism. It's
Oh,
just supply and demand. It's not
yeah,
that the platform wants everyone to do well.
they do.
It's
That's true.
it's not the platform that's doing it. It's the fact that like, you know, hundreds of thousands of people listen to me and are like, "Oh, we should actually listen. We should actually go onto TikTok Shop. Oh,
Uh,
we should actually do this thing," right? Like, and then
mhm.
you get all the competition and it's an auction essentially,
Uh-huh.
right?
Well,
That's
then,
the
do you
that's
think
what's
the
happening in
platform
my
is doing
mind.
that to solve that problem of you bringing on hundreds of thousands of brands to TikTok Shop?
Hundreds of thousands. Little exaggeration, everyone, just so you know. Um No, I don't think I think the platform's trying to make it as easy as possible. They want as many, I mean, their big push this year, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, was D2C brands, right? They wanted big D2C brands on the platform. And now I will tell you, big D2C brands are knocking down my door for us to get them onto the platform. And I think it's just a matter of it's just pay to play, right? That's what every platform turns into, is a pay to play. Now, TikTok's algorithm is not going to change in a substantial way that does not allow some form of virality. And it's the same. You can see, by the way, if anyone has not been doing stuff on Facebook and not pushing reels over to Facebook, you are making a massive mistake, or you're missing out on what is probably the most incredible organic gold rush in content that there is right now, is on Facebook. So Facebook used to be that, right, back in the day. And I can still remember like the early days of Facebook, when your brand, you could post anything and you'd be like, it hit 100,000 people. Like, what the heck? And it was like all organic. And then they just like pay to play. And then brand accounts just went down so much, right? TikTok's not going to do that. Their algorithm is based on great content. All that they want is a ton of great content on the platform and keeping people on as long as humanly possible. So I don't know how to land that plane, but I'm just going to let you talk now.
Well, I'm curious, like, so what I was saying that you said you disagreed with was the fact that as the platform matures, they're making it harder for new brands to come and succeed, and which you said you don't agree with. But I think what I was trying to say,
because that's not in their, I still don't agree, because it's not in their best interest to not allow new brands to succeed. They actually should have new brands succeeding.
Then let me ask you a question. Why do you think they input, for example, a very specific question, why do you think that TikTok input these messaging restrictions and limitations on all new brands that join the platform if you don't get X amount of sales?
Well, I think that they do it because they want people to pay to play.
Okay.
Right? They want them to, and they want them to understand how the platform works and not to just mass spam out messages to creators. That's why I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that point. And I also think on top of that, there is a heavy demand for good creators and a very limited supply. So
let's talk about good creator scarcity. Somebody once came on this podcast and called it scarcity. I just wanted to throw that out there. And every time that they said it, I was like, scarcity?
How about people
calling it scarcity today?
How about people that say TikTok shops instead of TikTok shop?
Oh, yes. I used to be a TikTok shops guy when I first learned about the platform.
Yeah.
Does that just like grate on you? Like every like little bit of your being, you're like,
that one gets to me. I can't lie. The TikTok shops gets to me. Sohan from our team, head of go-to-market, knows that very well. Like anytime I hear somebody say TikTok shops, I can't. Yeah. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Creator scarcity versus the volume. So what's the number right now? The last one I have in my head is like 2.7 million creators. Are we above that now?
3.5 and growing million. 0.5 million and growing.
In the US?
In the US specifically. With the US and UK, it's about 4.2 million right now combined.
Okay. So 4.2 million combined in UK and US.
Yeah.
So I call it the 80-20, the 80-20, the 80-20, the 80-20.
Okay.
I don't know how many 80-20s I have, but like it's just Pareto's principle on steroids, right? So where do you see that? Like of the three, let's just talk the US. So 3.7 million, 3.5 million.
5, yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 million creators. How many of those actually are good?
Okay, if we consider being a good creator as at least getting one or more sales, let's call it that. Is that fair?
No, because I don't think that a creator getting one sale is a good creator. That's just like, oh, good, you can breathe. Like somebody accidentally bought the product from you. Like I'm talking like they should be producing at least $1,000 of GMV a month. That is like, now you've got creator. Oh, I think I'm going to coin a phrase unless you have already got it. Then you have creator platform fit. Creator platform fit? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe we'll try it.
Creator platform fit.
You better not bake that into Reacher and not give me equity.
Yeah,
okay?
There's gonna be a term like creator platform fit percentage. 78% CPF. So okay, if we're defining it as 1,000 GMV or more, as a we can say that's a good creator.
That's just a creator that you're willing to send product to, in my mind. Like, let's not call them good. Let's not judge them as good or bad. Let's just say, I'm willing to send you product if you do $1,000 or more.
Right.
If you have done $1,000 or more.
Okay. I think that's probably.
You doing a search?
I'm gonna
reach your search.
I'm gonna assume it's like 65,000, but let me do a search really quickly.
65. If that is the case, that blows my mind.
50. Sorry, it's just under 50,000. It's 49,826 creators that make above 1K GMV any given month.
Overall, in the United States.
This is the United States, I believe.
I want people to understand the gravity of this number. That is creator scarcity. 3.5 million creators who are willing to take your product and make a shitty video. But there's only 50,000 of them who actually will drive GMV. And I will bet you that we have worked with almost every single one of them at SEC.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That should be the next thing that you build in, is like a special thing for agencies that you're like, oh yeah, this agency works with a certain amount of these creators. So you can then you can have an affiliate deal with the agencies. You can make like a boatload of money like that. Cause you're like, well, we know this is the best agency.
Yeah. They have the best creators. That's what makes you the best agency. Well, part of
Platinum. Just so everyone knows, by the time this comes out, probably Platinum Partners here. So just saying. And they're going to have to create a new tier for us. Just, it's going to be called Diamond.
Wow, really?
I don't know. I'm just making that up right now.
Oh, okay. Well, so that number that we just gave, 50,000 out of 3.5 million, that's about 1.4% of creators on the platform. 1.4% of creators on the platform of TikTok Shop in the US make above 1K GMV any given month. 1.4%.
I'm going to give you this transcript so you can rip this apart for awesome X posts, by the way.
That would be great. I'm going to post like 20 posts after this.
Yeah.
But if that's not creator scarcity, then I don't know.
Oh my gosh, he almost said it. Is it you that says scarcity?
No, I said scarcity.
You almost said scarcity.
I don't know what you're talking about. So that's not creator scarcity, then I don't know what is. So then what is your recommendation then? Because I have some ideas too, but what is your recommendation for brands and other agencies to deal with this creator scarcity problem?
Oh, I've got an answer. It's called branded content. It's brand content. And so I am making a massive shift right now. I don't know if I've told you. I can't tell anyone exactly how all in. I'll tell you after the podcast how all in I'm going on live shopping. But
okay.
I really think that brands need to take control. So again, I'm a big 7 Habits fan. Habit number 1, be proactive. It's all about understanding what you can control versus what you don't control. And so if you can understand that you control your content that you can make and the people who make your content, you can understand from those top 50,000 creators what kind of content works. And you can then be the one to make that content for your brand, hire that into your brand, all of that kind of stuff into your brand. That's where I think that brands need to go, is making more brand owned content that you then, and then also that's how you get profitable faster on the channel, because you're not paying the percentage to affiliates. So do I think affiliates are dead? No. It's just that like we're in a very immature market. The fact that only 1.4%? 1.4%. Like it's wild. That's what I believe. Am I on your podcast or are you on mine? I'm just trying to remember.
I think this is great. We're having a conversation. I'm genuinely curious about. I think this is a good host or not.
No, I'm loving this, Bora. This is the highlight of my day. I just want to let you know.
Sweet.
This is great.
So the rest of your day, you weren't talking to anybody else, right? What? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, and I've said that to everyone so far. But you are the last meeting of my day, so
that's fair.
Yeah.
I think so. That's a very interesting way to look. So what you just said is you're looking at the affiliates that make content for you. Let's say 50,000 affiliates making content, and then you look at what works and you bring it in-house, like the strategy in-house, and make in-house content. And then
yes, exactly. And then also control what you can control. So there's brands that we know, and we can't say them out loud here, who their goal in 2026 is to be live 24/7, 365, right?
Yeah.
There's something there. And I want to let you guys know I am going absolutely all in. And I wish I could tell you, I'm going to tell you off stage after. I am going to be using the DJI Osmo to be filming all of it as we build literally the biggest live shopping venue in the world. So,
wow.
Bigger than anything even in China. Like, we've looked. We're like, whoa, this is crazy. So we're probably a little crazy, but that's fine. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I've heard of
Steve Jobs. He talked about the crazy ones.
Yeah.
You know,
I've known the crazies. I've talked to the crazies. That's very interesting because I know there's been only a very few brands, like top brands on TikTok Shop, that have done that 24/7 live thing, right? And they're like by far month over month some of the best performers on the platform. But they're also keeping a strong affiliate motion as well, right? Just like affiliate shoppable content motion.
Yes. I'm not saying to replace it, Bora. That's not what I'm saying at all. Yeah. I'm not saying to replace your affiliates. Not at all.
Right. So do it in conjunction, right? Because then the other thing that I've been thinking about and I've seen people doing and we're building for at Reacher is helping people with the affiliate side, because there's only 50,000 affiliates that are actually making content that makes sales month over month. Like, and there's I think there's almost like 1 million brands probably by now on TikTok Shop. So you have 50,000 creators at about 1 million brands. Maybe like a percentage of those are active, but let's just say 1 million, right? Like the math there doesn't add up. Like each creator, like 50,000 to 1 million doesn't add up. So like if you're a brand that wants to work with affiliates, this creator community thing or this creator training thing, creator loyalty strategy is really, really interesting and probably really, really important to create a moat in terms of the creator economy, right? Like you need to have
so education is the moat.
I would say so. And that probably builds loyalty to your brand, because like if the creator grows with you, then they're more likely going to be loyal to your company, your brand, your agency, as well as if you provide them with one-on-one support or like violation support since they don't have any way of talking to TikTok. Things like that is the way I see things going more in the next year.
I think you're right. I actually hate to say it, Bora. I really hate to say it. I think you're right.
I've been that much to say I'm right.
No, I really do think that what you're saying about this is that we're in such an immature market right now. And so everybody thinks it's very like, just so everyone sort of understands my view on all of this, I still think TikTok Shop is the MLM of our day, right? Multi-level marketing, where it's like, yes, there's this very few at the top that are actually the ones making money, and the stories are crazy, right? People paying off their houses, tons that work for us, right? Like, you know, the GMV numbers that we pull, it's like, right. Yes, obviously a ton of them are paying their houses off, right? Like, that's crazy. But there's 3.5 million people accounts attempting to do that. And lots of the top creators have multiple accounts, right? We all know that. Yeah. They have their backup accounts, and their backup accounts have backup accounts. And like, it's just that I think that this is a service and agency mode. I think this is a moat for you guys, to be totally honest, Bora. Like, I think that there's a moat for you. There's a moat for us at the agency. There's a huge moat for brands. I mean, just look at, like, follow the NeuroGum playbook. Yeah. Right? Here's the NeuroGum playbook. Give a shit about your creators. Like, that's it.
It is. Yeah. That's all that matters. It's that relationship building, that one-on-one connection. That's all that matters. Like I'm working with this one brand that's on the smaller side, and they only have 2 people that work for the brand. That's it, just 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
And they probably make about 40 to 50K GMV a month, and they make it periodically from like 10 to 15 creators. Like they're the main GMV drivers.
Cool. Yeah.
And they haven't been like talking to them at all. They just like give them product and they just make the content, and there's no communication. So what I've been getting them to do is just get their number, text them, and just say, hey, like we're working together. We're not really talking to each other. Let's figure something out and work closer together. So now next month, they're going to start to deploy like retainer strategy or like a leaderboard campaign and try to get them each to post 15 pieces of content. Because right now each one is posting 2 pieces of content about per month, and they're driving like 50K in GMV almost.
Wow.
2 pieces each. So imagine if you 10x that, which I think Alex Ramosi always says, just like 10x what you're doing, right? Just do more of it. If it's working, just
totally.
Do more, right? Just
totally.
Do more. So I'm very excited to see what.
How many times have I said that to you? I'm like, okay, now do that 10 times the amount and then come back. Like I think that's the golden thing here is like, people don't realize the compounding way that you can do these things, right? It's the same for like anyone out there making content. Like Bora, I just want to say like, well done for you on X. You are just pounding away at content, pounding, right? And that compounds, right? That compounds in the space. And people are like, oh yeah, I've seen Bora around, right? Like you don't know what those, remember like for anyone making content out there, every impression is a person. Just remember that every impression is a person. Like I've had some weeks recently where I have like 200,000 impressions on LinkedIn and I'm like, oh yeah, there's like probably like 10,000 CEOs or something. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Like that's wild when you actually think about it. When you actually remember that these are people. And that's the biggest thing that I'm seeing brands really struggle with is brands aren't understanding that the Facebook native first brands don't understand that they're working with humans and non-business humans. Yeah. Right? Who need care and need like attention. Where do you think that like where are you guys building AI into the product? And I gotta go in 3 minutes here. So where are you guys building AI into Reacher? Like where do you see that being helpful?
Yeah, it's exactly what you've been saying. I mean, there's of course like AI content analysis and creative brief creation at scale, like all that stuff we can talk about. But just to stay on track here, with creator communities, we're trying to build the picks and shovels of the gold rush for these like creator community and creator one-on-one collaborations off platform. Yeah. So, obviously like if you're a massive agency or massive brand, you can hire a bunch of people and they can all talk to as many creators as you need. But if you're like a smaller DTC brand or you're just like mom and pop shop getting started selling online, you don't have the time to talk to 50 creators a day about like all their random stuff they want to talk to you about and build this relationship, or even like run retainer campaigns or contests. So what we're doing is we're focusing on figuring out what everybody's doing off platform, manually talking to creators and doing these retainers and creator contests and things. And we're just trying to incorporate AI into that to at least cover the 80% for them, so they can just focus on the thing that you can't automate, which is, for example, one-on-one, just texting like a mom at like 9 p.m. talking about like her day or something, right? Just to build that relationship. So that's what we're building, a bunch of tools for that kind of stuff.
So I consider that networking, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I recently actually added to a Navalism. So I think anyone that would listen to this is probably familiar with the two biggest pieces of leverage in life. What are they, Bora? Do you know?
Money?
No. It's like a classic Navalism, code and media.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Code and media, but I've added to it. It's code, media, and network. Right?
Okay.
And network is so incredibly important and something that you can't, like something that's so hard to build. And that is for brands out there, your network are your creators, right? The way that you treat your creators, like the reason why, like the way to build a great network, like today, Neil Goyle, Neil's been at Tapcart. He was at, I forget where he was in between, something. And now he's at Postpilot. Neil sent me it was like 4 boxes of cookies. First of all, bro, can't you tell? I don't eat cookies. You think I eat cookies? No. I'll tell you, Carmen, my wife, was just astounded. She was like, this is the greatest thing ever. That is how you continually build a network, right? Yeah. Like there's just this way, there's this thing and it's those little touches that really make a difference. Like I will bet you that was like $100 thing that he sent to me. I don't even know why he did. I don't know. So that I said it here so that you guys all go use Postpilot. Like, I don't know. I have no idea, but he understands how to build a network. And there's something there. Bora, final thoughts. What are your final thoughts you want to leave everyone with today when it comes to, like, dude, the biggest brands in the world, every single one of them, their strategy next year is TikTok Shop. And it's so funny because so many of them rolled their eyes at me for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I just said, yes, I understand. I felt the exact same way during the first days of Facebook ads. And I get it. Like,
yeah,
Eminem said it best. A visionary? Vision is scary.
Last words for me is, honestly, I think I hope people listen to these conversations and, get past the, us like bantering with each other and listen to the, the pieces of value we drop in between the bantering. Cause I honestly think like if every single brand and agency listens to these conversations, we'll all be kind of on the same path to success. It's all, we can all do it together. And Yeah, I just think to your last point, like the network, the creator network is going to be huge for success on TikTok Shop because all the creators all talk to each other, and that
Yeah.
I think the creators are the moat. So just do what you said, no matter what it takes. Paul Graham says it. Do the unscalable to succeed, right? Paul Graham says it all the time. Like,
It's so brilliant. It's
yeah.
so, go look that up right now. Go look up Paul's, like if you can find something on him talking about that.
Yeah.
It is the key to, when I look back at any small amount of success that I've had, it is unscalable things.
Unscalable things. Yep.
Yeah.
Paul Graham. I'll stop there. Done.
Bora, you're the best. Everyone go use Reacher. If you're not, you're stupid. Just kidding. Bye, guys.
Everybody go work with Social Commerce Club. They're the best.
Platinum,
soon to be Diamond.